Welcome back to my rabbit hole. So, I'm back, and I'm back with this dude. And by now you should know his name. So, if you haven't been here, maybe you first want to check out the first two videos in the series. But if not, if you're just here for the most useful pens in my collection, in my mind, then that's totally okay as well. Okay, so we are talking about this guy again, and I am explaining again, just very quickly, what this guy said about architecture and good architecture and how to do it. So, this guy wrote 10 books about architecture, and in these 10 books, he explains what he thinks good architecture is made of. So, I have made this. The people who have seen my other two videos know this already. So he said or has written that a good architecture is when utility, beauty, and solidity are all equally involved. And so in his explanation, he says a product or architecture, a house that only is beautiful isn't good architecture. A house that is only beautiful and useful but isn't solid, so it's just not standing up for weather or whatever, it's not a good architecture, it's not a good house. And also, for example, if a house isn't beautiful, that's also not a good house. But today, we are talking about extremes. So, we are talking about the most useful pens, the most useful fountain pens, you may say, out of my collection in my mind. And I've brought 5+, of course, an honorable mention. So let's start with the honorable mention, which I cannot talk today, I guess. Honorable? Is that correct? Do you pronounce it like that? I don't know. But well, the honorable mention that I have is this. And you're like, Laura, this doesn't look like a fountain pen. Well, it isn't. You are correct. It's not. But hear me out. So this is a dip pen. This is the Sailor Hokoro with the Fude nib, and the nib is just put inside reverse. You can pull it out, and here it is, and then you can push it in the other way, and then you have the nib. And yes, this is not a fountain pen in the sense that it doesn't hold ink on itself, but this pen is so useful because, especially like for cards, for example, birthday cards or Christmas cards or anything that I want to look fancy, but I don't know, I can't just, I cannot just ink up any pen with glitter ink, or at least I do not want to, or permanent ink like carbon black. No, like sometimes I just want a few sentences with a special ink, and that's it. That's just it. And I don't want to ink up a pen just for that, just for these few sentences. So I have this one, and this is so freaking handy. So freaking handy. I love that thing. And I can produce, especially with the Fude nib, I can produce really thick lines and really thin lines. And with the feet, it's perfect for just a few sentences, just a few lines. So perfect honorable mention for me. Yeah, and of course it's a dip pen, and you can store the nib inside. So if you would like to put this with, like, to put this in your backpack or travel with this, you could totally do this. You cannot do this with just any glass tip pen, you know? You just can't. So, number 5. Number 5 is the, I need to think. Okay. Okay. Number 5 is the Twisby Diamond 580. And I think it's hard to, or at least it was hard for me to pick my most useful top 5 pens. But I just was going with my belly feeling. And yeah, this is it. So this is, I think, useful because first, you can see the ink level. Second, you can absolutely have a lot of ink in there, okay? And third, if you need to, you can put this, like, you can deconstruct it and just clean it also in this inside. You can also clean the piston. You can even, and that's why I picked this one and I didn't pick the Eco. You can also twist off the grip section and clean it from there. And it even, in the package, there's even some silicone grease. So for me, my number 5 pick. Number 4 is quite a different pen. It's not a piston pen and it's a really cheap pen. So, this is the Platinum Profoundé. I also have 3 other versions of these. I could definitely put them all in this list, but I just chose that. I also have the white one from Muji Japan, and I have the orange one and this one. They are all in with a fine nib, and then I have a graphite blue one, and that is with a medium nib, but I chose one with a fine nib. My camera went out and now I don't know where to pick up, but I hope I'm getting my stuff together. So I think what I wanted to say is that I own actually 3 Profoundés and 1 Muji Preppy, and 3 of these pens are permanently inked with carbon black. And I think this is also really this also counts as very, very useful because I am not afraid of using hard inks in this pen, and especially also leaving them inked for ages without cleaning them. In my medium nib in the graphite blue Profoundé, I had Noodler Space Date Blue for quite some time and it's completely stained, but I don't care because now it's permanently inked with carbon black. So probably it will be the same with that ink. So yeah, I think this is such a great pen. It's so easy. You can just pop in a cartridge and you're good to go. It's also the cap. It's just a snap cap, so really easy to draw if you quickly need to write something down. Also extremely useful. And you can also through the barrel see what the ink level is. Not exactly, but you at least can see, okay, there's ink left or not. Depending on the version, it's more or less translucent, transparent. Then my number 3 pick is the Lamy 2000. And in this ranking, I definitely chose the new version. I own two Lamy 2000s, but this one is the modern version, and this one is so handy. The macrolin, I just have the regular black macrolin version, not the brushed steel or what it is, and no special edition or limited edition. And in this pen I have an extra fine nib, which is really useful, really handy. And also the snap cap, same thing like before with the Platinum Preppy. I just think that's glorious for just quick notes. So it's so useful that you do not have to twist and twist for ages. And then this pen also has an ink window and a really good ink capacity. So you're not, I don't have to be afraid of running out of ink or so, and I totally hate that. So I definitely need an ink window, or at least I need to be able to look inside the pen, like putting it off the barrel and look at the converter or so, because yeah, I would go mad. I always want to know how much ink I have left. I just know myself, and I do not like when my ink is getting low and I didn't know before. So, but that's just me, I guess. And also, I think it's also useful that it's understated, especially at work, and it's not as flashy. But that depends obviously on the context. So yeah. Then next we have a very similar pen but very different. This is my Lamy Studio in all black, and I mean, yes, it also has the snap cap, which is really handy, so useful. And here, this is no piston filler. This is obviously something you can use with converter or a cartridge, but this is also so handy because here you even can switch the nib. So good. So I also own, besides this reverse architect nib that I let grind on the Dutch pen show from Jose Monera. I also own a fine nib, a gold fine nib, and I also can put that on there if I want to. So this is an extremely useful pen. Also, I do not have, I'm not anxious about this pen. I'm just putting it in my backpack. And so you have probably seen my top 5 work pen video, and so you know, but yeah, so handy. And you can also really nicely, if you want to post this, yeah, just so good. And I think the pen that I have to put on the very first spot on, and which has to be the winner, is absolutely guys, the Vanishing Point. This is the all black or matte black version from Pilot, obviously, not the Decimo, not the LS version, just the regular size. And oh my gosh, it's so handy for quick notes, for quick journaling. You do not have to worry about the cap flying everywhere around. I mean, I don't know if just I am like that, but you don't need a second hand for the cap, or you don't need to put it on and then it's too back heavy and so. And so this is so handy. I think it's also really good, really cool that you can change out the nib section, not the nib sections, the nibs and the inner workings with other vanishing points, even if they are the LS version or the Decimo version. So they are all interchangeable, which is so good. And it's just, I mean, it's so handy. It's so handy, so useful. I don't know what to say else. Please let me know if you agree with me or not, or which are your choices of your collection maybe. I think this was really, really hard to choose from my collection, but I'm actually quite content with my chosen ones. So we have, as the honorable mention, the Sela Hokoro. Then we have the Twisby Diamond 580, the Platinum Profounte, the Lamy 2000, the Lamy Studio, and last but definitely not least, on the first place, the Pilot Vanishing Point, or also capless. I love these pens. I love all my pens, and so I hope that you have also a wonderful time with your own pens. And if you have not seen my top 5 work pens video, please go here, and I will definitely see you soon with a very, very, very special video. We will do the 4th video in this series for sure, because there is still one missing out where I am explaining like what I think Vitruv's pick out of my fountain pen collection would be. So this guy, what he would choose out of my collection. And then I also have another really, 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 really cool special video coming for you, which quite a lot of people asked for. So stay tuned for a collection video. So if you want to see my top 5 work pens now, go here. See you soon. Bye.